Hello, my name is Emilio Munoz, a junior at NC State studying computer science with a concentration in video game design. In this presentation, I'll be comparing the websites of two game development companies, Insomniac Games and Santa Monica Studio. I will be evaluating the websites based on 5 criteria. I will compare their home, about, and career pages, and as I navigate each website, I will take note of visually appealing or unappealing features, as well as how easy each website is to navigate. Our first impression of any website is its homepage, so that is the first thing we will be comparing. Visual appeal has some extra importance on the homepage because the first things we notice before reading a single word on the page are pictures, colors, and fonts. We will locate links to other areas of the website and read the content of the homepage to see what each company feels is most important to show to visitors. First, we will look at the Insomniac Games homepage. The first things I notice are the full screen image in the background and a picture announcing an update for The Unspoken. This page is visually appealing to me, although at some points the background image bleeds into the text. I like the choice of content on this page. There's a nice picture showcasing Insomniac's latest update for its latest game, a few recent news updates, and some recent job openings. This homepage shows a snippet from various pages that viewers can navigate to using the navigation bar at the top. This navigation bar, though, is the weakest part of the page, as it is quite small and the logo is pretty hard to see. Now looking at Santa Monica Studio's homepage, most of the page is taken up by a large picture slider that links to 4 important posts by the studio. To see the rest of the homepage, we have to scroll down, but before we do that, we'll take a look at the navigation bar. This bar is much bigger than Insomniac's and makes good use of the space it takes up by spreading out the links. As we scroll down, we see a 9-page scrolling list of news, which apparently includes job listings, which the entire first page of news is filled with. The design is very sleek and professional, and the gray background is less exciting but also less intrusive than Insomniac's full image background. If we scroll even further, we can see What's Hot, which includes 3 links to popular pages on the site. I think the inclusion of a picture with nearly every link is a good addition. Santa Monica Studio's website is a bit more professional looking and attractive. Next, we will compare each website's About page. We will make sure it answers all of the questions a viewer might be asking, like what are employees like, which projects are currently in progress, what's the company's history, where is the company's headquarters, and what motivates the company and its employees. The About page should answer all of these questions without becoming a boring Wikipedia article. Insomniac's About page is fairly simple and it still answers all of the questions. Throughout the website, Insomniac writes with humor, and the About page is no exception. This adds character to the page, which is nice. Santa Monica Studio's page, labeled as Studio, is vastly different. As is most of the site, this page is very tall, and so there is a lot of scrolling to read everything. You may have noticed that so far, Insomniac's pages have fit on one screen. I think each approach has its own pros and cons. The first part of the Studio page consists of about 5 of these wide pictures accompanied by a company ideal and elaboration on that ideal, such as the player experience matters most. Further down on the page, the rest of the viewer's questions are answered, with smaller pictures and lengthier text. Again, I really like how many pictures are throughout Santa Monica Studio's website. While some users may prefer Insomniac's About page that answers their questions without too much digging, Santa Monica Studio makes that digging a pleasurable experience. Santa Monica Studio wins this round for me. Finally, I compared each website's career page. The criteria for these included first impressions, how easy it was to find job listings and applications, and how each company described their culture, enticing potential applicants. Insomniac Games has a pretty weird and hilarious video on its career homepage. It tells the history of the company, as well as show the fun-loving culture at Insomniac Games. Santa Monica Studios also has a video, as well as a snippet of why you should join their team. This video is very different. It is a heartwarming story of a current employee who left Brazil to come work at his dream job at Santa Monica Studio. Insomniac Games has a bare-bones job listing page. Each position is listed with a non-descriptive phrase like "ready to step up" and a link to the description, requirements, and application information. There are multiple pages on the right, like benefits and perks, and a link to a Baker's Dozen articles, which are articles that detail what it's like to work at Insomniac Games. Santa Monica Games also has a pretty bare-bones job listings page, but it is way more appealing. Each listing includes a little more information than Insomniac's, like if the position is full-time or on contract, and when the job was posted. Insomniac does get extra points for its Moonlighting video series in the blog section. These videos are made by Insomniac HR, and they give tips on how to apply, what to expect on the job, when to expect a response, and more. They answer many frequently asked questions from job seekers. The only problem is that this page is not linked to from the careers page, so job seekers may not see it. Here I have listed the scores I gave to each website. I gave each site a score out of 10 for each of the criteria we examined, with 10 meaning near perfect. I didn't mention ease of use too much, simply because both websites were built well, and no links were broken, nor did I get lost anywhere on either site, so they both got a pretty good score for that. In the end, Santa Monica Studio had a better website in my opinion, although Insomniac Games' website was not bad at all. They used different techniques which worked for them in separate ways. Insomniac Games took a more personal approach, inserting humor into each post and speaking casually to visitors. Santa Monica Studio went for a more professional-looking website and spoke formally and informatively. Through this, we learned that neither approach is always better than the other, but what is important is to be consistent throughout, which both companies have done.